Hi, my name is Lina Nielsen and I do the 400 metre hurdles. Hi, my name is Laviai and Nielsen and I run the 400 metres. So when we first received the shoes, at first glance I knew that they would be amazing to run in. So I've had experience with other shoes where I've kind of looked at it hesitantly and thought, no, this might not be safe, but straight away out of the box I thought, no, this is a really good running shoe. So we've learnt today the technology behind the rocket science of the SolarBoost. So there's a lot more support, especially on the upper, so we've got some support on the top there, so to make sure that our feet don't move around too much when we're running, and also the sort of stitching around it is a lot more sturdier. Do you want to talk about the propulsion rail? So one of the things that really shouted out at me was this device here. Recently learned that this is known as the propulsion rail, and what this does is it provides more stability to the Boost midsole of the shoe, whereas the Ultra Boost is a little bit less stable. This is quite safe for you to run in, as it sort of limits the movement of side to side where you could really injure yourself. So it's a really safe and stable running shoe. It also eliminates any sort of energy wastage, so make sure that instead of the foot moving side to side, that you're moving forward, so it just allows your feet to be in that forward motion the whole time. It's really interesting. It's got this torsion system here in the middle. I understand that it's been moved slightly forward than the sort of the Ultra Boost and the Supernova, where it was slightly behind. But what this does, as you can see, it kind of limits the side to side movement, so it's really, really sturdy there, which for me is actually amazing, especially when I'm sort of hurdling. You could land in really funny places, so to have that support there and that torsion, that is really incredible for a running shoe. It's about the SolarBoost, but also in other Boost shoes such as the Supernovas, is this cage bit, so it doesn't actually go all the way around, it's split down the middle, and there's also a four-way stretch with this material here. And that's because the Achilles, when you're running, the Achilles needs movement to move forward and back and frontwards and backwards. So this gap in the middle allows the free movement of the Achilles, and also helps to reduce the wear and tear of the shoe in the future.
Took a gap year last year to focus on competing, and obviously this year you decided to finish your degree. So now that you've just finished your degree, what are the plans for the season now that everything's done and dusted?
Yeah, so education for me this year took a priority, so now that that's out of the way and I feel like I've done that to the best of my ability, I'm just going to take a few months to focus on competing and training full time, but then later on in the future hopefully I can get involved with some humanitarian work. That wasn't the question he asked. Yeah, it was. No, he asked what are your plans for the season. Oh, okay. So now that I finished my degree, so I finished it 2 weeks ago, I'm just going to focus on the season and hope to train well. So the main aim for this season is the European Championships in August, the start of August, where I'm hoping to compete in the 400 and the 4x4. But before that we've got the British Championships at the end of June, and that will be my immediate aim.
And Lina?
Yeah.
You graduated last year. Congratulations again.
Thank you very much.
Tell us, how has it been settling into adult life, being a former student athlete?
I didn't realise that when I was doing my degree how much it took to be an elite athlete at the top. This year I've learned so much about my body, what it responds to, nutrition. I've been seeing physios and osteopaths, which I never got a chance to see when I was doing my degree. So it's been such a learning curve this year. So I have had a time to research everything I need to know about my new event, which is the 400 metre hurdles. Obviously I switched last year. I've been learning most about my body and what's weak and what's not. So it's been a really, really good year, and I literally just can't wait to put it all into practice in racing.
Lovely.